Thank you. I want a straight answer, Doc. Is my brother going to be okay?
You set all of this in motion months ago. In one way or another, you have brought all of us here to participate in this tragedy.
What I wanted for you, because I love you, was the truth. And closure.
Is what happened here your idea of closure? Thanks to you, I found out that my mother was quite insane. That she killed my father because I made her angry enough to do it. I found out that she hated me and my sister so much that she turned us against each other so that she'd have a reason to drive us out of her life, and in the process drove my sisters out of their minds. Thanks to you, oh yes, I have learned that my mother was secretly locked up in that house for 37 years, when perhaps she could have been helped, made well again, her sanity restored, her musical gift returned to the world.
None of this was in your control.
No, it wasn't. But the final chapter was completely in your control, Mel. You were so insistent, you were relentless, that I find out the truth. And that's what led me to Canton. And then you followed me, you brought Cassie with you. Kevin followed Cassie, and that set up the scenario where I walked into my mother's room and saw my mother about to kill my daughter because she thought Cassie was me. And I killed my mother.
That is not true. And it wasn't murder.
Okay. They're not going to press charges against me. Lucky me. But I killed my mother. And Miss Stonecliff, who it turns out was just as insane as my mother, burned herself to death. That fire injured Cat. And please, let's just... Okay, so now I am going to have to live with that. That is the burden my soul is going to have to carry around for the rest of my life. Dare you tell me that these are things I should cherish because they're the truth?
Somehow, I think you knew the truth all along.
Mel, when are you going to quit psychoanalyzing me?
You knew what your mother did to your father. You were there. You saw it happen. You knew that Miss Stonecliff manipulated you when you were a child. You knew how she distorted the truth. And somewhere deep down inside of you, I think you wanted me free of that. That is why you came to Canton.
Miss Stonecliff isn't the only master manipulator I've known.
That's beneath you.
I'm not going to play this game with you.
It's not a game. And it isn't about me. It's about you. You're free of this. You're released.
You're not going to absolve yourself that easily. I don't absolve you. I don't even forgive you. And every time I look at you, I'm going to remember it all.
The time nor the place.
Mel, you're the big proponent of facing the truth no matter what the cost. So now it's your turn. 2 people are dead because of you. Another is in critical condition. You want to look at some truth? Why don't you start with those?
All right, go ahead. Rage, I'm the easiest target.
No, you're the obvious one. Mel Hayes, star reporter, tracking down a hot story.
I wanted to help you so I could help us move forward.
To what?
To what? To our lives together.
Oh, and so everything that's happened here is supposed to be worth it?
Look, I am devastated about Kevin. And if I could change one moment of the way things have panned out, I would, but I can't.
Exactly.
But I am not sorry for what I did. And I take full responsibility for my role in what's happened.
No, Mel. You are constitutionally incapable of taking full responsibility for anything. That's why you drink.
Out of love. Love. I have tried to help you any way that I could. Now I know that somewhere deep down, as angry as you are, you must know that. Remember, a long time ago, I told you that I was in this with you all the way, and I am. Somehow we'll sort this out. We'll live through it together.
I'm not sure that I want to live through it with you. I don't think I want to be with you. In fact, I can barely stand the sight of you.
I love you.
Why don't you get out of here?
Did you hear what I said?
No, I mean it. Just leave me and my family alone. So sorry.
Oh, don't.
I care very much about what's happened to Kevin, and it's not just because of Cassie.
Where is he? Just tell me where he is.
He's right around the corner in the ICU unit. They say that he's going to pull through.
How many more disaster stories? How many more times?
Excuse me for intruding, but... Viki, is there anything that I can do?
No, thank you. I think you've done quite enough.
Viki, I did not cause the fire. And I certainly didn't invite anyone to come here to Canton. Especially not Kevin or Joey.
Well, I don't care. I don't want anyone to hear it. I knew that something terrible would happen. And it has.
It was an accident.
It was inevitable, Dorian. It happens every single time. Every time you and I cross. Every time someone I love gets drawn into your life, into that fearsome, terrible field of energy in which you live and thrive. It's a disaster. But my son, Kevin, wouldn't listen to me. So now you look at him. You just look at my son. No, you did this. I don't care how indirect your involvement was. You did it! If my son doesn't survive...
No, Mom, Kevin will survive. Kevin will survive, and he's going to be okay, and you are too. Please, let's not make this any worse. Come on.